Welcome back to another episode of Rich and Happy. I am pumped. As you can tell, I am not in Germany any longer. So much has happened since last time we talked, and I want to give you a quick update because for me, this is what life is really about. So my husband and I, we were in Berlin. It was May 1st, and we were looking for a place, and we couldn't find anything we desired for the amount of money we wanted to spend. And I'm currently in a phase where I'm a bit allergic to spending more money if I don't see the value. So often we found like a trashy cappuccino for €8. And it's not like that I mind paying €8 for a cappuccino. However, if I pay €8 for a cappuccino, I want an excellent cappuccino. It was May 1st. We had to move from our hotel and we still hadn't had anything planned afterwards. So by now we just go with the flow. We know it's not this flow, smooth way. Something better is coming up for us. So we just wait. And it always has been worked out since we've been traveling insanely well. So that day I had an impulse, and don't ask me how, but the universe guided me. And I ended up on the site and I found exactly an insane deal for a hotel room in Cologne exactly as of May 1st for a week. And I'm like, Edward, have you ever been to Cologne? Obviously not. And I'm like, let's just get on the next train and let's go there. I wanted to see my friends. Anyways, I haven't seen them in a very long time. I used to live in Cologne for 5 years and I'm like, let's just go on this adventure. So literally had this impulse that morning. 2 hours later, we were on the train, all booked, all flow, all smooth. Even like little things where I'm like, okay, this is going to be €500 now for train tickets for the two of us because it was last minute. And I'm like, actually, if everything's possible, for me, what would feel like an insane deal would be if I pay half of that. Like, I just had this thought, right? This is how I think. It's like there's a price, and then I tune in. If this price feels aligned with me, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to pay it. And if I feel like, hey, I would love to pay a different price, I just send it out to the universe. Like without like expectation, without like bargaining or anything. It's just like between me and the creator up there, sending it out. So I'm on the site, and all of a sudden it pops something up. If you buy, like, it's called a bank card. So everybody who doesn't know what it is, it's basically you have this card. It's like a discount card, depending, you can either have a 25% discount card or 50% discount card. I'm like, cool. It made even sense for just one trip to get the 50% discount card. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. Exactly May 1st, it started that if you had a discount card for 50% off, you can take one person for free and they don't need the card. And we exactly paid the price before I thought, oh, this is the price I would love to pay. So this was so insane. 2 hours later, we were on the train, right? And it was almost like the amount I said. So now we had to pay €250 instead of 500. But before, remember I said, if everything's possible, like what would feel like a cool price, €200. So what has happened for the very first time, I've been riding trains. I'm 30 years old. I don't know how often I rode the train. The train got delayed by 2 hours. We got exactly the money back that was missing for the perfect price because cows were on the train track. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, these are the stories you can't make up. This is your creator. You're fully on your path. You're fully aligned. You're fully in flow. So there we were in Cologne having an insane time seeing my friends. And after a week, again, we had this impulse, okay, what's next? We felt complete in Cologne. And I was coming from, I think, yoga or the gym or something. And all of a sudden, I have this massive Spotify playlist with over 3,000 songs, which over the lifetime, I've just liked songs. So it's not like a real playlist. It's just whenever I liked a song, I put it in this playlist. And I think I am a Spotify user since day one almost. So that's why there are a lot of strange, random liked songs by me. And all of a sudden, in my playlist, what pops up was Mykonos by Fleet Foxes. Love this song. I'm like, oh, it's a song I haven't listened in a long time, right? So I'm just walking home. The next day, we were supposed to leave Cologne. We were kind of checking places, but nothing felt like flow, like ease, where you're just like, yep, 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 yep. And I know if I don't have this, like, yes, and I feel it in my body, in my mind, in my soul, I'm waiting. Something better is coming. So just earlier, I had this song. And this is one of my travel hacks. What we just love to do is we go on Google Flights and we just put in like the airports we wanted to leave from, in this case Cologne to sort of Frankfurt, to anywhere in the world, first class, business class tickets, in this case the next day. And surprise, surprise, what popped up there was Mykonos in Greece. And so I had this impulse, and literally not even 12 hours later, the next morning, I think at 8 or 9, our flight was from Düsseldorf in Germany to Mykonos in Greece, and we were in Greece. And I thought this was so aligned, this was so insane. And I shared this before, but this is really, if you're like on this flow frequency and you are okay to wait, and this is definitely something I had to learn the last 2.5 years since we've been world luxury travelers. Like Jeanine, coming from an ego perspective, is like, let me push. I need to know now. I need to know now. And in the beginning, it was like we had a place booked almost like a month in advance. Then a month in advance became 3 weeks in advance, 2 weeks in advance, at least 1 week in advance. And as we more like leaned into that, we actually allowed it that it's okay if we have no place to stay the next day. We know something always pops up. We're always divinely guided by the creator. Everything's working out for us. Everything is for us. And this by now is how I live my life. And I'm bringing this more and more into the business world, and it's changing so, so much. Like, I'm going to share more about this in our next session, or what has evolved based on that. Because it, again, will blow your socks and your mind. And as of now, every week I'm taking notes on my iPad about things I want to talk to you about. I just want to make sure everything I talked about here is on, this is from the list, has been talked about. And I think this has been such a powerful story in my life, which I remember for the rest of my lifetime. And I wanted to share it with you, really, to trust. Because I deeply believe all of us can trust more. Trust more in life, the creator that we're taking care of, even when it doesn't seem like it. But what I've realized, the dream life I'm living, the freedom, the flexibility, the lifestyle is only possible because I trust life. Yes, sometimes I have a plan of like a couple things I want to do, but most of the time I don't. Yes, I have an income goal of $150,000, and at the same time I don't. At the same time, I'm like open to like show me the path. Like what's the next evolution? I'm up for it all. I'm up for it all. And this attitude really has allowed me to be okay when the rich and happy world has $30,000 a month and up to $750,000 months that have happened this year. And I contemplated this so, so much. And there were times when I'm like, no, but my income always has to grow. We've heard all the time that like income dips, or if it goes up and down, there's something wrong with it. And to be honest, for me, it's a lie I bought in. Because in those months, I can say for myself, I've lived my life to the fullest potential. I always prioritized happiness. I prioritized freedom. I prioritized just being. And I know in those months when my company only made $30,000 a month, or $100,000 or $150,000 a month, if I would have done more, I could have, but it would have come from a place of let me push, as in like sales are not enough. This is not enough money. Something's wrong. I gotta push. I gotta push. And this is really the lifestyle I don't want to have anymore, not even in my business. And I did an Instagram post about this, that I deeply believe consistency and this like more growth, more money, more is really a masculine energy drug we bought as society. Because I always come back, and this is really like one of my highest and biggest questions I've always asked myself. If I wouldn't be know anything about business, what would I be thinking? What would I be doing? And I always catch myself realizing that I wouldn't be doing anything else. In the month we had $30,000 in sales. In the month we had $100,000 of sales. Never ever would have occurred to me that something's wrong with that. It's not enough. It's too little. Just because the month before were more. And this is giving me lately so much peace, so much freedom, so much relaxation in my body. Like, it's just all good. I know I'm taken care of. I trust. I'm showing up when the creator wants me to show up, and I'm all in. And at the same time, there are times when the creator doesn't have a task for me, and I just relax and I got to enjoy this. This is my message. How much more can you trust? How much more can you? It's something I've posted a long time ago, like, relax yourself to riches, relax yourself to wealth. It's a concept that sounds so foreign to many of you because we've learned pressure, 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 work, hustle, doing. But again, I'm repeating, it's called human being wealthy, being rich. It's a form of being, not doing. And when we take the money out of the equation and we prioritize joy and fun, even in a business context, so much expansion is possible for all of us. So much growth is possible for all of you. And I hope this lands for you. I hope this makes you contemplate. I hope this makes you go deeper inside of you, really uncovering the woman who you are truly. Which aspects of you are you currently holding back? Which aspects of you are you not showing to the world? Where are you playing in this business matrix? Where have you decided that you are not worthy enough, not good enough, not big enough because of the amount of money you have or you don't have? This is really my invitation, and I will be sharing more about this in the next episode, but the Rich and Happy will become an invitation-only business. So if you are ready to go deeper inside of you and through that process, desire to have more money just by being you and stop performing, stop being somebody you're not, taking off all the masks and just show up raw and unfiltered. I'm your woman. I'm going to show you how it's done. And to make big money with that, there's just one option now, and that is the warm-up. If you haven't received a personal invitation from me, you have to join the warm-up. And afterwards, you may receive access to the full Rich and Happy world. But my work is too sacred, it's too powerful, it's for sure not for the masses. And if you can't handle the energy of the warm-up, or if you're not even joining the warm-up, it is the best that you and me will ever work together. So everybody that is ready for the warm-up, you find the link below. I love you. You've got this. And I'm going to talk to you next Tuesday again. From my heart to your heart, I love you. And I'm so excited for you to have you in the Rich and Happy world and to change the world by being you, finding out more about you, who you are truly, and which aspects you are holding back. Because the world needs more peace. And that always starts with us. Peace inside of us. Peace with who we are. Peace with where we are at. Peace. Peace, I can't talk today. Peace, how much money we are having. Because it's all good. We're always taken care of. I love you. Talk to you soon.